It's admin day. And one of the things we do on admin day is go through the scrap bin. So, as you can see here, some is useful, some is probably not useful at all, but as a general practice, we keep scraps for probably at least a month after we do an alteration. There are a ton of reasons to do this. Fixing, repairing, lengthening, letting back out, taking in more. There are lots of reasons that having the scraps for the alteration can be super useful, but at a certain point, it starts to get pretty overwhelming. So we're gonna try to fight our hoarding instinct, and we're gonna make a keep and don't keep pile. Ugh. I have obviously let this go much too long, but we'll just disregard that. So what am I looking for in a good scrap? One of the things I'm looking for is something that's sizable enough to use again, but also something that could be used for something new. So not just maybe the repairing of a garment that it was made from or cut off of. Something instead that could actually be useful. This, for instance, pretty faux leather in a sizable chunk. Not exactly sure what we use it for, but it's big enough to fold. So I think for now, I'm gonna put it in my, okay, so this is already degrading into more than two piles, as it always does. So there's always a maybe pile. I said there was a keep and don't keep pile because you should just make the decision and do it. But there's always a maybe pile. This, again, really nice one. This is a pretty wool. But the other thing you gotta take into account is, how long have I had this in here? I know you don't, and I'm not willing to admit it, but this should go in the throw pile. Okay, there's a fourth pile. Donate. I don't know. Maybe that's really taking it too far. But for now, let's put it in the maybe pile. Let's put it in the maybe pile. Suck it up. You can do this. You don't need this material. You know why you don't need it? Because it's not good quality. It is a large chunk, not good quality. Out of here. Black. This is just polyester cut off the bottom of the 10,000th black dress I've ever worked on. Out of here. This should have never even made it into the bin. Come on, ladies. Same. This, okay. Different keeps. I keep things for different intentions. This one, I know I want to keep because it is a good scrap to use on the machine. So maybe I'm not going to use it for something specific, but I am going to use it to test or teach somebody to do this kind of hem. So that's a good scrap. That one's going directly back in the bin because I know I want that. Pant bottoms, another great one. I actually separate these out because we use them to test the blind hemmer or to run through the machines when we're kind of testing or changing oil, that kind of stuff. So that's a good one, but I'm gonna put that next to my bin because that's gonna go in an identical bin, but just for pant bottoms. Donate. The key here is to make the decision fast. Look at it and immediately go, do I need this? No. Don't need this. This isn't even real camo. They don't use this camo. Get out of here. Not bad, but not useful. This twill in white, not very common. If it was a satin, I could use it for wedding dresses, but this, I can't really do anything with that. That's going into the donate. Let's see. I've been having trouble getting rid of this one. This is so silly. There are definitely specific scraps in this bin that I've kept literally for years because they remind me of projects that I did that I liked, and this is one of them. This was a Kate Spade dress, and I love the pink. Screw it, I'm keeping it again. This is another one. It's God, you know what? I love the print. I do. I love the print, and this one still got whole sleeves on it. This was from a project that I was combining a pair of pajamas for a custom thing, and man, I mean, that is a cute sleeve. But why is it in the scrap bin? You don't need this. You don't need this. You don't need this. This is a hard one. You know, sometimes I think maybe this is the task. This could be a cocktail kind of task, you know, to really move things along. Because otherwise, you just get you get like looking at these little guys, and you're like, oh, what a nice color. Maybe I'll need this for something. You don't. Get rid of it. What are you ever gonna do with this? Get out of here. End of the belt. Really? It's fine. Man, I love this color. This is another one of those. Get rid of it. Can't be used for anything. What else do we got here? Oh, a whole shirt. Okay, all right, well. You know why I keep this one? This was a donation from one of our clients, but this is the new ASU shirt. No, AGSU, the new Army uniform shirt. And so I keep this one around because we cut bits off of it to fix things and stuff. It's the perfect color match and it's the same fabric, so that one is a definite keep. That's definitely something that I keep in mind. Why do I have it? What did we use it for originally? And if it was something that I know will happen again, keep that scrap. That's something I want. Ooh, this is still in a bag. You always know it's fancy if it's in a bag, or that it will cut your fingers. Sequins. We always put those in bags too. And it destroys everything else. You know, okay, here's the thing though. This is very ivory. I'm not crazy about this yellow. Oh, lining bin, separate bin, added to the list. Boy, there are a lot more bins. I misled you. I misled you when we started this, but if I'm honest about it, that's gotta count for something. So, lining bin, other side of the bin it's not going in. As you can see, the piles are very clear. Donation, maybe, pant hem, actual scraps bin, lining, trash. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 6 bins, 6 bins, 6 bins. But that's it, I swear. Oh, look at this one. This is a whole ruffle. But, I mean, what are you ever gonna use this for? You know, somebody's gonna come in and ask for custom pockets to be added in a contrast fabric to their dress? Yes, they are gonna ask for that. So you're gonna keep that one. Okay. This is classic. I call this Carhartt brown because, well, it's right there in the name. You know what I mean when I say Carhartt brown. We're gonna keep that. That's gonna be a good patching one too. That's a heavy weight and that's nice. Okay, misleading right here. This seems like a really nice skin tone, right? You're like, oh, that's perfect for a modesty panel. That's perfect for, you know, whatever, this and that. This is a terrible quality polyester. I know because I can feel it. And so that's the other thing with making the decision quickly is feel it. Does it feel good? Do you like it? Do you know it's high quality? If you know right out the gate that it isn't, get rid of it even if it's a good color match and you think you're gonna use it, because you're not. Man, there are some really, do you know what this is? These are whole sections of actually very expensive Italian down. We had a customer who wanted down sections removed from her down jacket. So I keep it in this bag because, you know, you don't come by this stuff very often. And you never know when you're gonna need it. Yeah, I am gonna keep that one. In stark contrast, this is just polyester batting. This is not down. They look the same from the outside, but they aren't. This is just garbage. Get rid of it. More of this. I thought I already threw you away, but you keep wandering your way back in. This is when I wish we had a little like claymation animated choop 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 little like piece of fabric working its way back in, because that's what I feel like happens. When I do this, I feel like the pile is never getting smaller. This is a misleading color. Everybody thinks, oh, pink, anybody can wear pink. Pink is so pretty. As soon as everyone puts this on and look in the mirror, they're like, ugh, it's like a skin suit. Nobody likes to wear this color. Spoiler. I know, it's weird. Oh, this is a nice little one. So this is the bottom of a wedding dress, which, bin number 7, is where my wedding dress came from, actually. So we keep another separate bin altogether for wedding dress scraps, so that we've got all of those white, ivory, wedding themed and lacy pieces all together. And that was actually where I got the original idea for my own wedding dress, because we collected up so many of these and I thought, boy, this could really become something. And then it did. That video actually is up over there. So if you want to take a look at that, these scraps can all have a second life. In the meantime, bin number 7 over there. Great. Sequins. Let's revisit the sequins. So one of the reasons that we put them in bags is just because once you start cutting them, they just start falling apart. But also, these little guys, they can snag other pieces of fabric that might have been useful until they get like torn up by this. I personally adore this color. We will never use this. This is a totally selfish decision, but it's staying. Ooh, that one I gotta keep. That's a really interesting one because I've been having a lot of, you know, online shopping, super popular. One of the issues though is that sizing can be really difficult. And so I'm keeping a lot of pieces that I think would make beautiful additional panels. So if a dress comes way too small, but you know, you entered in your sizes and they sent you this dress and you don't know why, neither here nor there, but we put in a lot of panels. And I don't want them to look like they were just cut out of some random fabric. I want it to look like it belonged. And so some of these pieces I've saved specifically for that reason, and that sequin I really like. Prints, buffalo print, buffalo check. This is cute. This is cute. But you don't need this. You don't need this. You don't need this. Crinkle. Adorable. Can't make anything out of it. Remind yourself, you can't make anything out of it. Oh, that's a good pant hem. That is prime blind hem machine tension testing material. We do have to keep a couple of things, keeping in mind that we use the scraps for testing the machine settings. So we're definitely gonna do that. We're definitely gonna keep some of this. No. This is somebody who didn't have the time or energy to remove the horsehair from the fabric that it was attached to, but we must have shortened a dress, and somebody put this in the bag because, you know, horsehair it's not terribly expensive, but it's not cheap. And so we reuse as much as possible, but at some point somebody will have to seam rip this off on a rainy day so that we can use this again. I'm gonna set that aside for the horsehair bin. You know what I should have started with? The main tools that you will need for this video are a label maker. I'm just gonna say that. Why? What? What? Why? A little bit misleading. Misleading, confusing, I know. I know this looks pretty, but this is garbage. Ooh, but bonus, look what was in that baggie. Bell loops, bin number 9, I keep all of those. People rip these things off all the time. Are you one of those people that grabs your belt loops to pull your pants on? Stop doing that. Stop doing that. You know, I do save these with you in mind, but I don't like to do it. So just keep that in mind, unless you're gonna bring your own belt loops, okay? But nobody brings their own belt loops. They think that I just have a little bin of these, and they're right. This is more commentary than you ever thought you were gonna get on a tailor shop. Who knew? This is like my diary. It's like you are reading my diary right now. I'm not arbitrarily keeping every pant bottom. I'm just keeping ones that I think I can use. Or that right there is gonna make an insane patch. I mean, that's gonna be an awesome blown out knees and crotch for denim that's gonna come in tomorrow, and I'm gonna want that. So sidebar, bin number 10 is the denim. Actually, we separate that out and keep that in its own bin so that it's easier to access. I, cannot underrepresent how much the organization does actually matter. it does seem ridiculous. This does seem frivolous and insane. But the fact is that when we're open, the efficiency of being able to grab exactly what you need from a pre-labeled bin, ready to go, pre-sorted, it does matter. It makes our job great. It makes it awesome. So this is what I'm doing here is a little known, very critical part of the job that I do enjoy. I do like taking this time to prep us for the week and put us in the best position possible to do the best job possible. I do really take a lot of pride in that, and I do really like that. Color of the season right here. Yeah, this is it. Slate, gray, blue, beautiful. Everyone loves that right now. And this, I probably went over it actually. Oh, that is nice. I'm gonna keep that in the lace bin, which is separate from the white lace bin, which is for bridal. So bin number 11. Yikes. We're getting there. Ooh, these are some prime cuts right here, you know, as they say. They don't say that. No one says that. Ooh, velvet. Ah, this is nice. But again, what are you gonna do with this, huh? What is this, 2.5 inches? Yeah, exactly. What is anyone gonna do with 2.5 inches? Nothing. Oh, you know what these are from? You won't believe this, but you are gonna believe this. One of my girls is, loves dyeing, fabric dyeing. I myself am not super knowledgeable about it, actually. I wanna learn more about it, but we needed to replace the zipper on a dress, and zippers have been really hard to get since COVID. The supply is still low, and the transport time is slow, and she dyed a couple of zippers to get just the right match, and these were the two she didn't end up using. How cool is that? We're gonna hang those on the, not another bin, bin number 13. We have zipper rings we'll talk about there. They're big janitor's rings, actually, like with the keys, but instead we have zippers on them. Another video, another time. I'm gonna keep this. This is a really popular color, and you know how I was talking earlier about adding the panels? So imagine that you only need 2 more inches to zip the dress up the rest of the back. This that I cut off the bottom of that dress, and specifically in this color because it's in season right now, that is gonna make great potential panels to extend a zipper. This one is not a very big chunk, but this heavier white twill, I would call this a duck cotton, where it's canvasy and it's got that sort of dense, almost starched feeling to it. This is a nice one for patching. Once the fall comes or the late summer, I'm going to be getting a lot of like hunting gear and things in, and I'm going to want things like this to be able to patch up holes for work gear as well. So that's a good one. Another awesome jean bottom. Ooh, I love a jean bottom that has not too much spandex in it. I don't keep the ones with the heavy spandex because that just doesn't last that long, and it doesn't work well for a structured patch job. Whereas this is a little bit of stretch, but it's got a really nice hand. That's what we call the feel of the fabric, the hand. And I really like this one. It's a lot of material, so that's going in our little denim bin. Yes, wine is always popular. And again, this is a good sample for testing the machine settings when we're doing a really light chiffon. That's gonna be a good one, let's keep that. But not the linings. I don't typically keep the linings. I'm really just keeping that chiffon for that one specific purpose. Ooh, that could patch a whole backside, which I get more than you think. Whatever website is selling this print had a sale recently because I've seen the skirt 3 times. I don't really know if I need that. No, don't do it. No, see, okay. This is the problem again. Remember, you're not looking for things you like. You are not shopping for your next project inside of this bin. That's not what you're doing here. You are sorting. So you're not looking for exciting things. You're looking for boring things like this beautiful, high quality navy scuba knit that will be hella useful for many things, not some pink plaid print. You don't need that. Okay, but these are full cuffs. Obviously, this guy wanted a short sleeve shirt. Okay, this is a perfect sample to test during training if I'm teaching somebody to move up a cuff. Got to keep it. What are we up to? Bin number 14 goes on the couch. Yikes. I mean, it looks like a cat already got to it. Bridal bin situation for this guy. All right, so we're getting down to some of the smaller bits, which is good. Means that we're making some actual progress. Oh, if it's dirty, I don't keep it either. Do not tell yourself, oh, that's a great scrap, I'm definitely gonna wash that. No, you aren't. That's ridiculous. Of course you're not gonna wash that. I mean, it has a raw edge. Oh yeah, you're gonna go sit down at the serger and you're gonna cut off all those raw edges and then you're gonna run it through the wash. No, that's not real. That is not real. I'm your friend. I'm here to tell you this because I'm your friend and I care about you. This, on the other hand, I don't need to explain myself. Another beautiful project. This was a wedding dress, and actually she had a bright fuchsia, gosh, do I have any of that? It was a gorgeous fuchsia chiffon. I do. So this was the lining. This is a structured organza, really nice, high quality. It is a silk, but it's got kind of a flax linen sort of feel to it. So they must have supplemented with some sort of like dense cellulose so that it would have that structure. Because on top of this lining was sitting this incredibly airy, beautiful bias cut, 100% silk chiffon. And I don't know if you can see the way that that moves, but the depth of the grain behind this as well, boy. And that was her wedding dress. It was kind of like a Gothic theme. I love that. And this is another one of those pieces that, yeah, this serves no function. I'm keeping it for totally sentimental purposes. I like it. I like that every couple of months when I do this, I get to see this scrap in the bottom of the bin. And I don't care. I'm keeping it. I like it. These are from the video that we filmed for shortening a collared shirt sleeve. These are all the little placket bits from those shirts. Actually, the blue one is it. Ha! I guess I saved that just in case. Imagine that. How cute. That video is also up here. Take a look at that. I don't think we need these anymore though. I think we're ready to let those go. That's okay. That's all right. They serve their purpose. Okay, this was cool. This was a fly fishing vest I fixed recently, and he didn't like the way that some of the flaps, pocket flaps were covering. Like he wanted to have easier access to the pocket, so I cut some of these or removed some of these flaps. You know, that's an interesting one. No, come on. You would have to color match that. No. But the little plastic D-rings, that's worth it. What are we up to? 15? We're gonna put it next to our little belt loops bin. That's a little tiny plastic bin in the workbench. We'll get back to that. And one of the drawers, so we don't even have to call it bin 16, but you know where this is going, is plastic bags because we reuse those as well. I will say, there are definitely a lot of, we really do, not all of it's sustainable, and I get it, but we do have reuse in mind. Reuse is a big deal for us. I mean, our entire business as a concept is keep what you have, make it better, make it last. And so we do reuse. We reuse everything that we possibly can. Once it gets to this stage, you know, you can't keep everything. You got to clear out some of the clutter, but so much of it is good. So much of it is useful. I'm going to keep that too. No, you don't need that. Nobody's wearing shoulder pads. I don't know, though. I do think the shoulder pads are coming back. I'm seeing them. I'm seeing them out there. I don't know if it's better to have a friend help you and tell you, like, yeah, definitely get rid of that, because it can always swing the other way, and then they're encouraging you to keep it, and then all of a sudden you get through all of it, and most of it's back in the bin. So I got to be honest. It may just be a, you know, you and yourself kind of, ooh, That's a good find. That's a good find right there. That's a sash. That's a pre-made sash that, boy, I do not want to make myself from cutting off the hem of a dress. Alrighty, I'm gonna put that 17? 17. Yeah. Don't worry, there's already a bin for that. We don't have to label. We're not making all these bins. They already exist. You see my wall. Watch the shop tour. Duh. I mean, make me a human disco ball. These are strappies. These are little pre-made straps. Okay, so what I do when I find these is I usually get a safety pin and safety pin them together, because that is a really great set right there. I mean, that's an awesome set that's totally reusable. Same with this. This is a great drawstring. This is completely reusable. And I know, again, for home purposes, you don't need to keep all of this stuff. But we do get insane across-the-board requests for all kinds of things. And yeah, it totally gives me tons of joy to have the right thing on hand at the right time. Straps bin 17, 18? What are we up to? What is all of this? These are whole, oh, yeah, no, we're keeping this. These are whole Realtree pockets. Yeah. And a collar. What is, look at these. They're beautiful. They are beautiful. Huh. Okay, maybe we don't need to keep the scraps. We don't need to keep all the scraps. We don't need to keep all of the scraps. Okay. Let's just tuck this away. We're gonna reuse one of our bags already. Perfect. All right. And always the clear, I use the Ziploc because I want to be able to see through them. So I don't use plastic bags that I can't see through because I don't want to have to take everything out every single time. Okay. That's it. I mean, that's not it. It's almost it. Good enough. Thanks for coming. Thanks for hanging out. Hope you learned something. If not, hope you laughed. And, like, subscribe, ask me things. See you soon.